Hey friends, Ash here with GentScents. Hope you're doing really well. It's time for another This Week in Fragrance. We're gonna talk to you guys about upcoming new releases, give you guys the no breakdown, let you know what the house is saying about the fragrance, at least as far as their advertising goes, and let you know what I think about them. We've got 4 fragrances to talk about today. We've got a new one from Amouage. We've got the new light blue flanker from Dolce Gabbana. We've got a limited edition from CARTIER and a new Tommy Bahama as well. Lots to talk about. Let's jump into it and check out another week in fragrance. All right guys, first up, let's talk about this new Amouage. There's actually 2 new Amouages. There's one for women called Material, but the one that we're gonna be talking about here today is called Boundless. Amouage Boundless. Don't have too much of a write-up from the house yet. Really short one, but I'll go ahead and give it to you guys anyway. With Amouage Boundless Eau de Parfum Spray, he will see the land as truly boundless. When all around is lacking ground, if he can fall, he'll take it all into a sky of perfect bliss. To hold it still with peaceful will and once again bring voice to fullness. Yeah, so that tells me nothing. Yeah, but maybe the notes will tell us more. So in the top, we've got blood orange, cardamom, ginger, and elemi. Not too bad, 4 notes there. In the mid, vanilla bourbon and benzoin. Again, that's only 2 notes. In the base, gaiac wood, oud, papyrus, cocoa, tobacco, oak moss, frankincense, myrrh, vetiver, and patchouli. They saved all the notes for the base. So what all can we glean from this note breakdown? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot going on here. There's only 1 citrus note in the top, so I wouldn't expect a whole bunch of citrus there, though it is paired up with ginger, blood orange and ginger, and I've talked about this a million times, citrus plus ginger usually equals sparkling, bright effervescence. But I don't know if that's what we're gonna get here, because when you really dig into this, this reads like it's going to be a wintertime fragrance more than anything. Maybe fall, but definitely cool weather. Because right in the top, we've got elemi paired up with cardamom. And when I see the way that this is constructed, I would imagine that the cardamom in here is not gonna be as much of the green cardamom, but it's gonna be more of that kind of sexy, sweet, spicy cardamom that people usually expect a cardamom to come across. They expect it to come across that way, I should say. And then in the mid, we've got vanilla bourbon and benzoin. So again, right there, sweet, resinous. So again, leaning more toward that cool weather kind of side of things. In the base, gaiac wood and oud. Gaiac wood a lot of times can come across a little bit smoky or leathery, and with that being paired up with oud, I'm expecting a lot of density here. When you look at these other notes, tobacco, oak moss, cocoa, frankincense, myrrh, vetiver, patchouli, this reads like it's gonna be a strong fall and wintertime fragrance. But the whole write-up here, if you want to call it that, talking about, you know, when all around is lacking ground, if he can fall, he'll take it all into a sky of perfect bliss. That to me doesn't read like the way a fall and wintertime fragrance would be described, and it's coming out in spring, so who knows? Note breakdown tells me fall, winter, strong, sweet, resinous with a smoky touch. That's what this reads as. But the way that they describe it, that sounds different. Up next, we've got PASHA de Cartier Edition Noire Limited Edition. This really is just the fragrance in a new bottle. And just my opinion, the new bottle doesn't look all that special or anything. And they've done this before. They've had a limited edition of this fragrance before in kind of a similar style bottle to this one, really. Well, the bottle is the exact same, I should say, with a similar paint scheme to this one. The original version of this fragrance came out in 2013, and they're keeping it really simple. 1 note for the top, 1 for the mid, 1 for the base. So we've got citrus, amber, and then cedarwood. That's it. If you're a collector of Cartier fragrances or a collector of limited editions of this fragrance, be aware of it. Scoop it up if you want to. Realistically, there's no reason to get hyped about it. It's just a limited edition bottle. If you just want the fragrance itself, it's on sale at discounters in the original bottle. Scoop it up from there. All right, next up, we've got the new light blue from Dolce Gabbana. This one is called Light Blue Forever. Light Blue Forever. Now, Before I get into this breakdown of the fragrance, I've got to say, I have not really liked the light blue summer flankers that have come out over the past 3 years. Light blue Oh Intense, that one I like. That one's solid. Light blue Italian Zest, I really didn't like that one. I thought that was pretty bad. Off my skin, the citrus smells really synthetic, almost smells like a household cleaner or something. Light blue Sun, that one is a bit better. So even though I wasn't in love with it, that was better than Italian Zest. And then light blue Love is Love from last year, I didn't like that one either. Of the past 3, Sun is my favorite. This one, Light Blue Forever, hopefully it's better. Discover a new interpretation of the iconic fragrance with Light Blue Forever Pour Homme, a solar and sensual eau de parfum masculine fragrance that evokes memories of long summer days in the blue of the Mediterranean Sea. Notes of cold-pressed grapefruit peel and Italian bergamot open the fragrance with an unprecedented freshness, immediately transporting the senses to the citrus groves of Capri. As the fragrance evolves, invigorating green notes of violet leaf combine with the marine freshness of the ozonic accord, awakening the senses in the blue liveliness of the Mediterranean waters. From these heart notes with intoxicating power, woody base notes develop which contrast the sparkling top notes. White musks with a magnetic aroma dominate the base notes, while the earthy vetiver coming from the Indonesian island of Java extend the trail of the fragrance thanks to its woody qualities that recreate an irresistible and persistent sensuality. So that is their write-up. This one has a top of grapefruit zest and Italian bergamot, mid of violet leaf and ozonic accord, and a base of patchouli, white musk, and vetiver. Now, as I just mentioned, I've not had great luck with these light blue summer flankers, but like always, I'm gonna buy this one, and hopefully it's good. I think one of the main things for me is gonna be the opening. If they pull the opening off and the citrus in this fragrance smells good, it smells lifelike, and it does have, like they're trying to say here, that zest, that sort of rindiness that counterbalances some of the sweetness that they usually put in these fragrances, it could be good. If it comes across like Lysol or something like that, you know, like I said before, a household cleaner, synthetic, sharp kind of citrus in the opening, you could lose me right away as soon as you spray it on. If it smells cheap, if it smells chemically, no thanks. If you spray this one on and it smells good, it smells lively, smells fresh, has that zestiness, yeah, this could be awesome. The ozonic accord, I'll have to wait, I have to see how that comes across, but I'm hopeful that with this violet leaf and this ozonic bit that they have in the mid, that it could come across a little bit green. It could come across, you know, a little sparkly, lively, maybe aldehydic, I'm not sure. Probably realistically not, but anyway, I'm hoping for something good here. I'm hoping for something solid. And I've got to say, the presentation, I love it. I really like the look of this bottle. All right, last up, we've got Tommy Bahama Maritime Triumph. I don't have a write-up from the brand here, just the notes. So let's jump right into those. It's got a top of bergamot, mandarin orange, cardamom, and violet leaf, mid of pimento, cedar leaf, nutmeg, and labdanum, and a base of cashmere, patchouli, amber, and saffron. First thing that jumped out at me is the coloration of the fragrance inside, that kind of yellow coloration. It reminds me of Born in Roma Yellow Dream from Valentino, and also Italian Zest from Dolce Gabbana that I just mentioned. I'm not really a huge fan of Yellow Dream or Italian Zest. Hopefully this one's better. So let's take a look at what we've got here in the notes. Bergamot, mandarin orange right off the top, not a big surprise. Should be nice and citric in the opening, but then you have violet leaf and cardamom. I'm imagining it's gonna be more of a citric green kind of opening with those notes. Whereas earlier with Amouage Boundless, I said that it looked more like the cardamom might be along that sweet, spicy, sexy kind of tone or vibe, the way that that's used. Here with the mandarin orange, the bergamot, and the violet leaf, I'm guessing that the cardamom here is gonna be more of that green cardamom or more of a fresh cardamom. Into the mid and dry down, pimento, cedar leaf, nutmeg, labdanum, cashmere, patchouli, amber, and saffron. Well, specifically cashmere wood. Looks like it's gonna be more of slightly spicy and sweet dry down. Even though saffron is listed as a base note, I would expect that to come out earlier in the fragrance's lifespan off of my skin and probably mix along with the mid And seeing that cashmere wood in the dry down along with amber would lead me to believe it's gonna be kind of a sweet, slightly woody type of modern dry down. I don't imagine it's gonna be anything super unique, but Tommy Bahama fragrances do have a tendency to actually be pretty solid scents overall, especially for spring and summertime. And when these do hit discounters, you can usually get them for a pretty good price. So even though this one probably won't be on many people's radars, I'm gonna keep my eyes open for it. When it pops up at discounters, I'll scoop it up. Of these 4 fragrances, Amouage Boundless is the one I'm most interested in, and Light Blue is the one I'm second most interested in, Light Blue Forever. It's just I've been burned by Light Blue fragrances before, so hopefully this one is the one to break that. And with Boundless, I'm interested to see which direction Amouage takes with this. You know, they're kind of forging a new path. I'm interested to see how this one smells. So there we go, 4 new fragrances coming out. Let me know in the comments below which one of these you're looking forward to the most. As always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.